Right, hello there, welcome to another little tutorial here. I'm going to try and help some people out with hardstyle and just kind of in general with songs. Right, I cannot really help you with the main thing that needs help, if you know what I mean, which is the bass kick. As you can see here, my bass kick is orange and it sounds like this. Right, that's because it's, as you can hear, a mixture of a lot of things. And what I would do is I would take it into Virtual DJ as a track, and then I would put the bass up and add some effects to it in there, and then I'd also take it into Audacity and then back into Garageband to do some more stuff with it. And it would just go around into a load of programs to make it better, because Garageband, as awesome as it is, it does have its limits, which is rather shit. But hey, it's a free program, so there you go. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can help you with the bass kick at the moment. I can point you in the right direction as for making the kick, which I will do at the end of it, at the end of this little tutorial here. Right, what I'm going to show you is it all together at the minute. Right, and then I'm going to just take all of this off and show you a little bit of thing that's going on down here and with the whole track in general. Right, so start the track off. If you haven't heard this, it's called Stepping Stone. It's on my channel. It's a hardstyle track. Right, it goes like this. Right, and what that is 2-3 little tracks that are running at just building up volume. That one has treble reduction on it, which is, if you've seen my wobble bass tutorials, it's just the same way. You get treble reduction, put it on the edit over here. When this thing wants to load, there we go. Put it on the edit over here and add it in over here using add automation, and then you just build it up and it should nicely fade in. And you just do that for multiple little tracks that go on, so you get something like this. And then it just should all come together like that. Right, I can't really help you out as much as I'd like to, because I'll give away too much stuff that I don't want to give away, because like I've said before, it is all my stuff, and my stuff is my stuff, and if you use my stuff, it's not going to be yours, is it? So I can just label your song as I've done it, you put it together, sort of thing. Right, and then what I did here was, I'm pointing at the screen, what I did here in this little area is go into track and show master track, and it'll come up at the bottom here. It'll only come up with master volume, pitch and tempo. So yeah, again, what you want to do is you click master track in the top right hand side of the screen, and you add a treble reduction and put it at full, and then here you can just play around with it wherever you want. And the way it does here is it fades the song out and then comes back in nice and quick. Now, if you didn't hear then, which you should be listening, all of this stuff stops at, is that 33? All that stuff there stops at 33, but you don't really notice it because the track has faded out, and then it'll come in with something which is kind of unheard of yet here. And then also that little pluck, which has sort of not been introduced into the song properly yet. So it's all kind of new stuff that's just slowly fading in, and then it'll just hit, and then there's a small break there, and then loads more stuff will come in, right? And that's just kind of an intro to a song, or sort of building up. So let's just listen to the whole little bit. There we go, it's all faded out, not much going on. All you can hear is the lead bit now, with a bit of pluck in the background. still fading nicely in at the bottom here, and then it should just give you a kick. Like that. Right, and what that is a combination of reverse snares and just that stuff up there. By the way, the reverse snare, yet again, it is mine. I've not nicked it. It's come from Garageband. All I did was go on the drum kit, use a snare hit, drag it out for a little bit, take it into the program like Virtual DJ, and just record it backwards, put it back into Garageband, fit it all together, and save it. Is all I've done. And that's how you can just improve your Garageband. Right, and I'll just go through these little cut-offs here. So that is how you do a little fade in. As you can see, it comes in sooner than it looks like it should. So the end is actually at 49, but as you can see down here, it doesn't stop. It doesn't come in directly in 49, if this makes sense. It builds up all the way up before 49, so everything can be heard properly. Let's just listen to it again. So you get the last like 2-3 notes just before it cuts off, and I've lengthened the last note of every one of them so it drags out, so you hear the ding just before it comes out, right? So it just drags in again. Right, and then for little breaks like this, partway through the main bit, what I've done there is I've taken the bass kick out, so the main bit of the hardstyle, and then there's a new synth coming in, and then a sweep. Right, so what happens is, bass kick comes off and just pretty much stops dead around 73ish, somewhere around there. Just stops dead. It just has claps to keep the time, keep the rhythm going, and then here is a hovering machine with some edits done to it, with just the volume coming up slowly, so it brings in a new synth which you've not heard before. And then it'll drop back in there. Also, that's mixed with a sweep as well, which I've showed you before. Just show you quickly. And it just all fits in nicely together, like it should. And then there's your little gap or bridge or whatever you want to call it. And then it'll go over here, do the same thing again, this time without a hovering machine for some reason, I don't know, obviously what was doing with the song. But there's loads of these little down and up bits with the frequency, and I'll just show you an example of one. And all it is to keep the tune like flowing, if you know what I mean. So it's not just boring kick after kick after kick. I've taken, to drag this out, some of the kicks are missing, just to keep it all together and flowing, just so it's not boring to listen to, just the same kick over and over and over again. It's all different. I'll show you another one of these frequency thing here, just so you get the point. Right, so slow claps here, getting faster and faster and faster, and then just a few little lead bits here just to keep everything going, and then a sweep, and then 2 little reverse snares to get everything back in together, and then obviously this little filter sweep here. Right, let's listen.